Hey guys, today I want to talk about my opinions on the Bushnell Match Pro 15 by 56 ED Bushnell with the reticle. I believe that this is probably the number one budget-friendly binoculars that you could get for PRS 22 and centerfire at the moment. And I just want to talk about some of its features and what I look for in binoculars for PRS. All right, so this is the Bushnell Match Pro 15 by 56 ED. It's got a reticle in it. I'm going to show you guys what the reticle looks like. Here it is with the camera looking through the reticle. It's kind of hard to focus on it. And here's another picture of the actual reticle online. So here's the binoculars. As you can see, it's actually pretty big and heavy, but this is specifically dedicated for PRS 22 and center fire. So this is probably not something that you would carry around in your truck. Um, I mean, you could probably. It does come with the straps if you want to use it for that. I'd probably use more of like a 10 power, but I just love this binoculars. It's a 15 power. I used to have a 12 power Apex, which is awesome, but I just wanted something with a little bit more power in it. And these binoculars are very just you could see the targets really clear. And what I look for in binoculars is being able to see, of course, number one, your targets very clearly and being able to focus on those little things like where you impacted, but also being able to see the mirage. You don't want well, in my opinion, you don't want the glass to be so good that it cuts through mirage because for PRS, like for me personally, I tend to use the mirage as as my guide into what I should hold for wind right before a stage. So I really like that you can see the mirage with this, and the glass quality is actually not bad, even for $700 binoculars. I think it's around $700 or 750 retail. So you're getting a lot for for your money with these binoculars. I was eyeing the Swarovski 15 by 56, but the only thing is, they're expensive and they don't have a reticle. So I just wanted something that has reticle, especially when you're shooting PRS. Like I think it's very important. So if you shoot PRS, you know the importance of having or being able to measure the width of your target beforehand. And what that allows you to do is knowing the width of the target beforehand kind of gives you an idea of what your wind budget is. If you want to learn more about like the wind budget and bracketing wind, you can watch my YouTube video on the wind series that I did a few years ago. But anyways, it allows you to know what your wind budget is uh, before going into a stage, and or if you're spotting behind somebody, let's say they're holding zero point 0.5 in the middle, and they miss off the left or the right, or they impact left edge or right edge, you can measure with your reticle um, without having to be behind a rifle scope. You can be behind your binoculars and you can measure how far off they are from center. So it's a very important tool to have in the PRS, and a lot of companies are actually catching on to that. And also, having a reticle allows you to measure, use your reticle to measure the target speed. If you're shooting a mover, having a reticle behind your or in your binoculars allows you to use your kestrel, and then you're using your binoculars to measure the target speed. Again, if you want to learn more about that, you could watch my video on measuring target speed that I posted a few years back. But anyways, and this is only $750. So I know that Zeiss, I think that's how you pronounce it, came out with a binocular. I think it's $2,000. It's probably gonna have a better glass than this one, and it does have a nice reticle. But for $750 MSRP, you could probably get this $500, $600 in street pricing. I got this from a local buddy of mine for a really good deal, a lot less than MSRP. So for for you guys that are in a budget like I am, these binoculars are amazing, very clear. You can see your target very well in your Mirage, and you can measure your target with your reticle or your mover. So I really highly recommend this binoculars for you guys that are not willing to spend $2,000 in the new Zeiss. Um, and maybe I might get that in the future because this is going to be a good binocular. And they also have the Apex 15 power that they just came out with the reticle, but that's also expensive. And for half the price of that, you can get one of these Match Pro EDs from Bushnell. So with these Match Pro EDs, you're able to focus your reticle and adjust the level of your reticle. Let's say your reticle is a little bit canted. You can adjust. You could level it using these knobs, uh, using this knob right here, and then you can also focus your reticle using this knob, and then you have your diopter and then your focus. Another cool feature about this is that it comes with the you can set your interpupillary distance. So you can set this part right here as wide or as close together as you want. So if you have somebody borrowing your binoculars, let's say they have wide eyes, they have a wide interpupillary distance, which basically means the distance between your pupils. If they have a big head, sometimes somebody will buy your binoculars and then you don't know, or you have to set it back to your your width of your you know, the distance between your pupils. You could easily just put it back to your default by setting this part right here. And then it doesn't come with the tripod adapter, but there's something that you can buy. It does have the threads that you could thread on for your tripod adapter. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I really highly recommend these. Again, the only negative, I guess, is it's pretty heavy. So it's not light and it's big, but I use it mostly for PRS, and I'm not gonna probably use it for hunting. If I was gonna go hunting or do aerial hunter, I'd probably use a different binocular. But for its purpose and for the objective that you're using it for, like it's a great binocular for the money.